All right. Welcome to the Kingdom Message. I'm going to try to get through this video, hopefully, without having to stop. I am a little bit under the weather. I've been under the weather for about a week now. Got a sinus infection. I believe I took a flight last week and forgot to take some medicine. When I got up there, my head stopped up and all that crazy stuff. But yeah, and it's been rough. But I'm going to try to get through this video, and I'm going to try to get right to it. Again, this is the Kingdom Message. My name is Gerald Gooch. Everybody calls me Gooch. And I usually don't tell people my name, but I guess I'm going to start telling people my name. So, but here we go. I don't know of many people that know this about me. I can be a little strange when it comes to certain things. Uh, I can agree and disagree with you, and we can still be friends, and we can carry on, whatever. But I'm gonna share something with with my viewers uh, that I normally have. I haven't shared. Excuse me. I haven't shared with many people. I don't even know if I've shared this with anybody. But one of my idols, and I hate to use the word idols, but I'm gonna use the word idols, or a person or a celebrity that intrigued me for a long, even as a kid. This person intrigued me, despite his uh, what he, what you want to call him or whatever. Uh, this person used to blow my mind even as a kid, and his name was, he called himself Liberace. Yep, that was one of my favorite entertainers, even as a kid. He used to intrigue me. Me and my grandmother. Me and my grandmother. I used to be over at her house. She lived in the projects here in Nashville. Well, in Nashville. I'm not in Nashville right now, but and as a kid, we used to go. Me and my sister go over there, and my grandmother used to keep us. And I remember we used to sit on the floor sometimes, and we would watch Liberace, and I was amazed by Liberace. And here lately, this past week, I started watching some documentaries on Liberace and how he came up, and how his struggles and stuff like that. But there was one thing that I learned in uh, when he was coming up. I didn't know this, but this is one thing that I learned, that he had a near death experience. And when he had this near death experience, he kind of realized, understood what life was all about. And when the doctors gave him, I don't know, 6 weeks to live, 3 months to live, or something like, I can't remember now, but they gave him, I'm going to say 3 months to live, something like that. So what he did was, when he found out he had 3 days, 3 months to live, he started giving stuff away. He just started giving everything that he had owned. He gave it away. He bought people houses. He bought people cars. He gave people jewelry and so forth. And the stuff that he gave away was of a lot of value. It was of a lot of value. And then uh, when he found out that he wasn't going to die, he kept giving things away. He enjoyed giving things away, and he enjoyed making people happy, keeping people happy around him. Some people around him didn't deserve it. they took advantage of him, but he still tried to uh, think the good in people, and he would just give stuff away. I was watching where I think it was one Christmas, man. He invited his family. He invited the maid that worked for him in Vegas. He invited her and her sister to Los Angeles, for Christmas, man. And he was giving all these gifts away. And I think he gave the maid's sister some kind of diamond bracelet, necklace, or whatever. But back in those days, maybe the 70s or whatever, the value of the bracelet she could have went and sold it and bought her a house. And I was like, wow, man, that's how, man, I mean, it just kind of, brought back my memories of why I was intrigued by Liberace. He almost operated as a king. I hear a lot of people out here, I'm a king, and a lot of women, my king, talking about their boyfriends and my king. Well, a king has to be a king of substance. A king always tries to outgive another king. You know what I'm saying? Always tries to outgive another king. I was just got through reading. I was just here meditating over the word today, and just trying to get a word from the kingdom. And I was just reading a couple of stories, but I was reading the story of King Solomon when the queen of Sheba came to visit him. Well, she was coming to visit him even before she came to visit him, like years before, a couple of years before she came to visit him. He knew she was coming, but she had sent ships, ships of gifts for the king before she even got there. She had sent ships. That's let you know how deep, how rich this woman was. She sent ships. So when she got to King Solomon, she brought spices and gold and all that stuff. But when she got to King Solomon, before she even saw King Solomon, she saw his wealth. She saw his servants, how they were dressed. She saw just before she saw the glory of King Solomon before she even seen King Solomon. And then when King Solomon met her, she threw a couple of questions on him to test his wisdom, and he answered the questions, I guess, to her satisfaction. And when the king sent her on her way, he gave her way more of substance than she even sent to him. That's how powerful kings were back in the day. And so it just kind of reminded me of the gift that God has given us. First of all, I look at it like this. And you can read probably the book of Isaiah, chapter 22. I think it's chapter 22. You can read the book of Isaiah where it talks about, you know, a child is born and his government is on his shoulder. Well, we read that all the time, but we don't read the whole chapter. A lot of times we don't even read the whole book. We just read certain scriptures, and that develops and shapes our belief. But if you read the whole, I would say even just read First Kings and Second Kings, you'll get an understanding how kingdoms work. You'll get an understanding how kingdoms function. You understand what I'm saying? And I was just reading it, and it was talking about how, and I think it's Isaiah. It was Isaiah. I don't have my Bible, so I was on my phone, but I think it was Isaiah, but it was talking about how it's the it's the Father's house. It's the Father's kingdom. He enthroned his son to sit on the throne. He gifted his son this kingdom. And his son has gifted the kingdom, the keys to his father's kingdom, to us. Let me say that again. And this blew my mind. This is powerful, man. The kingdom belongs to the Father. It's the Father's house. Kingdom belongs. You remember when Jesus said, in my Father's house there are many mansions. And if it was not so, I would tell you so. In my Father's house, the kingdom belongs to the Father. The Father gifted his Son the kingdom, allowed his Son to sit on the throne. Oh my God. And his Son has gifted us keys to his Father's house, where there are many mansions. There's a treasure house. We can open and close it anytime we want to. We can go in and we can do whatever, just that's how kingdoms work back then. Read First Kings and Second King. The king entrusted a servant. He wore a key on his shoulder, which symbolized authority. The key symbolized authority. So we have the authority to enter in. Once you get to there, this is powerful, man. I don't care what nobody say. Once God give you this understanding, it's like him giving, once the Lord gives you this understanding, it's like him giving you the key to his Father's house. That's how I feel. And it says keys. So once you get in, there are many different secret places that, doors that can be opened. We can go in any door we want to. Any door. There are many doors in the kingdom, or there are many mansions. We can go in So, how can I say? What did Jesus tell Peter? He said, I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom. He didn't say I'm going to give you the kingdom. He said, I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom. What he's saying is, I'm going to give you the keys to my Father's house. I'm going to give you the keys to my Father's house. And whatever you bind on earth, whatever you close on earth, shut on earth, will be shut in heaven. And whatever you open on earth will be open in heaven. And the same thing. Whatever oh my God. And forgive me, like I said, my sinus is messing me up. Whatever we come up with through faith, and we put that into action, it's going to be put into action in heaven. Do you understand what I'm saying? The keys to the kingdom. Jesus referred to the kingdom as a very valuable pearl at one time. He said, The person, he discovered it, the treasure on this land. He went and bought the land just to get the treasure, to get the pearl. That's how valuable it is. This is how valuable the kingdom is. Once God opens your eyes to this understanding that I have, and that very few people have, this is what you need to pray to God, is to open your eyes to the truth, to open your eyes to this. Forget about that religious stuff that you see every Sunday or you go to every Sunday. I'm telling you right now, forget about it. I'm talking about you want this right here. I ain't gonna keep you long, but again, the Father owns the kingdom. He allowed his Son to sit on the throne of the kingdom. Oh my God. And he said, my government is on what? The shoulder. His government is on what? The shoulder. What does the key go? On the shoulder. Right? Right. You're going to get it one day. You're going to get it one day. I'm telling you, you're going to get it one day. Get away from that religious stuff. I'm telling you right now, get away from that religious stuff. I'm telling you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. And everything that you are asking for, everything that you need is automatically going to be in your life. Amen. Again, I'm sorry, man, that again, I'm probably looking crazy or whatever, but a sinus infection. I'm trying to work on it while I'm out here on the road. Hopefully I'll make it home okay, but God bless you. I'm going to pray that you get this. Hey, if you get it, once you get it, hey, email me. My email's on my channel. Email me, excuse me, so we can celebrate. Because this right here, this is what breaks chains. This is what breaks chains. This is what breaks chains. This is what's going to break that chain that's got you bound. Is this revelation right here. God bless.